Hi guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So we're here for another one of our countdown to Christmas shop your stash episodes. So we've been doing obviously the series where we're just shopping our stash rather than buying ourselves little goodies and things in with our Christmas shopping. So what I have done today is I've shopped my stash for my die cuts. Now I have to confess, I don't have the biggest collection of die cuts. But my bigger confession is that the die cuts that I do have, I'm really rubbish and don't particularly use them very often. I find it just a bit of a nuisance kind of using the die cutting machine, and it's like, oh, you know, I can't really be bothered. But yeah, if I do it, I try and die cut, you know, several things in one go and then put it all away, rather than kind of like one thing at a time. So I have die cut a bunch of things, not a couple of things, a bunch of things that I thought we could come along and have a play with. So one of those things are these slot pockets, these Tim Holtz slot pockets. Now I have to say I've had mine for quite a long time. I think I've actually only used it once in a journal. I've got to be truthful, I was a little bit disappointed when they first arrived, or when it first arrived, because it was a lot smaller than I had imagined. You know, if you watch my channel, you'll know I love using big things. So for me, this is quite a tiny kind of, you know, pocket really. And I would much prefer it if it was just perhaps another inch or an inch and a half larger than this. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know how big it is. 1, 2, 3 by... yeah, 3 by 4 inches. So, I mean, it's probably, you know, good enough size. But yeah, I just kind of thought it was a little bit on the tiny side. So anyway, I have just die cut a bunch of different pieces out. So I'm just going to separate them. Again, I'm thinking, wow, I've just been over ambitious. You know, again, just wondering how many things I think I'm actually going to be, you know, getting around to doing in this little episode here. But hey, might as well have more rather than less, mightn't we? And then we can, you know, kind of use, you know, whichever ones that we choose. So let's just kind of decorate up a couple. Now, I thought to kind of try and make these a little bit more of a substantial piece, that what I could do is mount them onto an envelope. So I could have them like an envelope, you know, a pocket on an envelope or something like that, just because it would sort of expand and extend the size of it, which, you know, for me would be better. I think I would feel happier if it was, you know, feeling a little bit more substantial. So yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to take a couple of envelopes and I'm just going to glue them down across the flap. So just a little bit here. Come on, glue, don't start mucking about straight away. The very first time I try and use you in this whole video. Oh, I don't believe this. My daughters have my glue and, you know, my actual glue in the Sugar Bell bottle. And yeah, I don't know where it is now. And obviously I keep them forgetting to ask her. And, you know, she goes off to school and then I have no clue where my actual glue is. So I'm then stuck with using this one, which is a brand new one. So, I mean, it's got plenty of glue in there. I've only literally just opened it. But for some reason, it's just not wanting to play the game right from the off, you know, right from being opened the very first time. So anyway, let's just get this glued down. So we'll do 2 envelopes, which would give us 4 pockets, because what I'm thinking is fold the envelopes, oops, not fold them, cut the envelopes in half, and then obviously I've got you know, 2 lots of 2, if you see what I mean, because I'm pretty sure that I can get 2 of these onto an envelope like that. So yeah, I think that's kind of the way to do it. Let's not be over ambitious. I'm not going to realistically get more than that done, so there's no point getting myself, really, is there? So I'm just going to cut these envelopes approximately in half by just pop that on there, you know, making sure that I've got rim like that. Okay. Okay, right. So then obviously we're going to mount them on here. Now, I don't know whether I want to actually decorate them first and then mount them, or mount them after decorating. You know, again, because I haven't actually made these before. Right, I've cut that envelope a little bit short. So what I'm going to do for this one, where I've cut it a bit short is I'm going to mount it sideways on. So I'd have a sideways pocket and the slot pocket on the front, if you see what I mean. So let's put those there, and then we can do like 2 at a time. So, and then, you know, we'll see kind of how we get on, whether we have time to do more than 2. So I've got obviously a variety of different ones here. So I've got this one out of the craft paper, which I love using. And I've got this one out of some old scrapbook paper. And again, how pretty does that look? It just looks scrummy, doesn't it? And then what else I did was I just cut, die cut a whole bunch of different kind of shapes and things like that, that I thought that I might want to use as like little label pieces and things like that, just to decorate my kind of slot pockets. So if I just pull in, now this is where I discover I've now cut all the wrong combination of sizes, and I'm not going to have anything that's going to actually work together. So yeah, isn't that just always the way? You can just cut all the things you like, but the chances are you're still not going to have the combination that you'd really like. Let's try this one, because I'm thinking like layer that up like that. So we've got some pretty scrapbook paper, and then the obviously, this is actually food coloured paper, the pink. So let's just pop that on like that. Okay. Yeah, and to be honest, I don't know really why. I mean, I don't know what I thought that I was going to be doing with these slot pockets, but I think once it arrived, I kind of thought, I feel like I'm a bit limited as to what I can do with that. That might just be a bit of a lack of imagination. Perhaps I need to get a bit more kind of creative. But yeah, so far I've struggled to use it in any kind of, substantial kind of way. So I'm thinking come along today and have a play and, hopefully try and actually use one, or use them, and make myself feel a bit more comfortable using them. Because, I can't stand it when we buy these things and then don't use them. And I mean, thankfully, I don't feel like I do that often, but even once is enough, isn't it? To even just do that one time is enough. So I've got this buckle here. This was off of, I think, some clothes or a jumper of mine or something that I was throwing away. It's a little bit kind of gone black and things, but, I thought that would look quite pretty in a journal. So I think I'm going to use that on there. I'm just going to pull in my Victorian Velvet, which is the Oxide, and it's a lot more pink than my old one that was a Distress Ink, and it was a lot more red. So I think what I'll do is kind of go around the edge of the envelope part in the pink. Okay. Like that. Because that's going to just bring the pink out a little bit more of the slot pocket. So yeah, well, hopefully it will. I don't know for a fact it's going to, but that's the plan. Okay, like that. And yeah, I'm going to have it like this. Now I'm just wondering, do I want to cover the whole of the envelope so that, can you see under there, it looks quite pretty in the pink, doesn't it? So I might just do that on the inside, where it's just going to poke through those holes a bit as well. I wouldn't normally kind of necessarily ink all over, but I just thought actually it looks pretty poking through in those holes, doesn't it? Now, do I want to ink this in pink, or do I want to ink this in walnut stain? Let's try a little bit in the pink. Oh, let's just go for the pink, shall we? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Right. Oh, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So yeah, that's going to go on there. Now, obviously I want to glue this down having kind of all my pockets accessible. So you don't glue down these strips. You're just going to glue down basically around the edge. Yeah. Now, still wondering what I'm going to have on as a little label. Well, I'll come to that in a second, I think. There is a little label part actually that comes with this, but stupidly, again, I didn't cut that. I've cut a whole bunch of things, but not that. So, yeah, that's a wally. Right, let's just take this. I mean, again, just literally reaching for anything that I think, oh, you know, that might look okay, or that might work. Just to try them out, you know. Because you never know, but sometimes it's the thing you least expect that might work the best. So, got that. That's quite nice, isn't it? Now, I've also got this Eiffel Tower, but I think that's going to be too tall for that pocket. These are my stamped pieces, and I have got these in a smaller size, but of course I haven't got them printed out here beside me. And yeah, I'm just trying to kind of be a little bit kind of more efficient and just use things that I've already got done. So as I don't think I've got any kind of ready printed, I'm just going to go for this. If it's too big, if it's too tall, you know, we won't use it. That's fine. Because, you know, it might look a bit weird and, you know, on there anyway. So it's not really the end of the world. Because actually I'm putting that buckle on and it might just then look really narrow if we have something kind of either side. So yeah, might not really look right anyway, even if it was the right height, which I'm not convinced it is, but let's see. So yeah, I mean, it is quite tall, isn't it? And then I'm thinking like the little buckle piece. Do you see what I mean? It's kind of made it very narrow, which is a bit weird, isn't it? So now I'm thinking, move that over slightly. Put the Eiffel Tower here with the buckle piece here. So it's all then on one side. Like that. All of it's over on the one side. So I think that's quite pretty. Yeah, I quite like that. Now I've got some lace here. Of course I've got some lace, as if I'm not going to have any lace. Right, let's just quickly cut a piece of lace down. Again, just going to cut the header off. Let's just try this. Which, I mean, this is ivory, but again, we could even, you know, pink this up if we fancy it. Maybe that should go down there. Maybe the Paris down there. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah, that looks pretty. So, want to just kind of decide how I want to have this Eiffel Tower. Now, probably what I should do is glue it. Oh, this is going to be really tricky to do. So I'm going to glue it here, so it's like held on in one place at least. And then I'm going to glue it down along this side. So I'm just going to put some blobs of glue here. Like that. Okay. And then just a little dab here. Like that. Okay, right. So loving how that looks. Now I can have that right over to this side because my pocket is this here, if you see what I mean. So in some ways, actually, it's even better being over there because it's acting as a kind of reinforcer to strengthen that side so that when it opens, it's actually stronger. So yeah, that's quite a good little strengthener there. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to wet glue the whole thing. Well, I will if my wet glue comes out. If it won't, then obviously I will be hot gluing this down. Oops. Yeah, I totally forgot actually that you do get that front sort of label type part. And yeah, it just didn't even really occur to me, to be honest. But I can remember now seeing it in the little box that I keep for all my metal dies. So, you know, it's in there. To be fair, it didn't even register actually that it was the bit that went with these. I recall seeing it and thinking, oh, well, you know, what's that? But yeah, it didn't even occur to me that it actually went with this until now. Because it's such a long time since I've actually used these slot, you know, this slot die. And like I say, I'm pretty sure I've only actually used it in a journal once. I mean, I've, you know, die cut a few of them, but I've actually only used it, I think, one time. Right, now do I want the heart up the top, in the middle, or down the bottom? So we're going to have the Paris on here with some lace, aren't we? Let's put the Paris and the lace on there first, because that might help us decide where we're going to be having that. I'll just put that like that. Okay, and that's just holding the lace in place like that as well. That's all good. Now, do we want this up the top? Oh, it's a tough decision, isn't it? I think sort of in the middle actually is probably better, to be honest. So I think what I'll do, I'm going to start by just gluing this down here on the back of the envelope. So just want to kind of take this ribbon and just attach it there. Okay. And then I bring it round. Whoa. And then we can just glue that buckle down. So, I mean, the actual ribbon is not going to be glued down, if you see what I mean, but just the buckle. And then we go over the other side and it will be glued down on the other side. So I'm just going to run some glue where that buckle is. Okay. Like that. Just going to move this slightly. Okay. Like that. And then, of course, this then comes over the envelope. Like that. Oops. Oh, that's hot. Okay, and then just snip that off just there. Yay, how pretty does that look? Looks gorgeous, doesn't it? So we've got all these different pockets now, and obviously the pocket in the side. It looks a little bit more substantial than it did obviously originally. I've just got some little pink pearls here to the side, so I'm just wondering, could just maybe have like a couple of little pearls somewhere. Let's just have a look. Could have those there, or we could have on either end of where it says Paris. Oh, I like that. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. One. Oops. I'm just going to have to glue that lace down because otherwise it's kind of moving. Oh, come out, come out, come out. Like that. And then the other one, oops, which is now stuck to me. Just pop a bit of glue. There we go. Yay! How gorgeous does that look? I love how that looks. That is so, so, so pretty. Right, okay, so that's pocket number one. Let's do the next one. So let's put this to one side. Okay, let's do this one. So obviously we've glued this on here. Do you know, I'm going to just do some of this lovely pink again because it looked really pretty actually. Now obviously this is just that plain buff coloured card. Like I say, I really like that. But you know, I mean, obviously it might not be everybody's type of thing. Just going to ink around here a little bit. Okay. Like that. And then this one is the top loading pocket. So I just kind of must bear that in mind. Okay. Now I'm wondering, let's have some pink around the edge of here. Okay. Yeah, looking good. So I hope you're all doing okay. maybe you guys are feeling inspired to shop your stash. I really hope that you're joining me on this because, you know, that would be really, really fun. So, yeah, how's it going? If you are joining me, are you finding your stash going down, or like me, is your stash just really looking pretty much the same still? But it is, it is proving very fun. You know, because I don't know about you guys, but, you know, over the years I've accumulated so much stuff or bought so much stuff that sometimes, you know, like these slot pockets, I mean, I have honestly not really used them at all. So, you know, actually kind of discovering things, it's actually proving really fun, to be honest. Right, I've just literally torn this out because I thought, well, perhaps this might look quite cute somewhere. I have to say now, I'm like, ooh, not so sure. Yeah, I'm actually not so sure about that whole setup, if I'm honest. Let me just bring in a different coloured envelope. Oh dear, hold on. Got some white ones here. Oops. Because I just wonder whether it might look better on a white one. Let me just quickly ink around this a bit. Oh my goodness, look at how dark that is now. That's just not good. It was not intentional, obviously. It's, yeah, a bit over inked there. It's fine. I mean, I will still be able to use it in something, even if it's not this. So, you know, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, definitely that wasn't really my intention. Okay, right. But I do quite like it. So I'm just going to cut this down, because I think it's going to look better. Oops, and I forgot to glue the envelope. So let's just quickly glue the envelope down. Okay, like that. Okay, right. So yeah, I mean, although it's very inky now, I think it looks quite pretty, to be honest. So yeah. Okay. Right. This. Now, do we think we can get away with having this black piece now on here? Thought the black would look really striking. I've got to be honest and now say, not sure it really belongs on there at all. But I am now thinking, let's just ink the middle, because that was looking quite stark and white, wasn't it, in comparison? So let's just go around there. And now I'm thinking maybe just stamp the envelope. So yeah, I think just do a bit of stamping. I have to say that does look very black, doesn't it? Yeah, it did look very black. Oh well. Oh well, in for a penny, in for a pound, as they say. So yep, let's just go for it. So let's just grab a stamp. I'm just having a quick look in my drawer to see what stamp would look good with this. Not sure. Oh, I've moved all my stamps at the moment because I'm actually, yep, shock horror, but I'm actually cleaning them. I know. I mean, that's definitely a first, isn't it? But yeah, I thought that I would actually clean my stamps. So I've bought some cleaner because lots of you had said, oh, buy the Stays On cleaner. You know, it's really good. You know, I have to say it is really good. So thank you so much for mentioning it, because I would never have bought that otherwise. You know, I would never, ever have bought it. But it is proving really good. So yeah, my stamps are all downstairs where I'm kind of like very slowly but surely, you know, getting through cleaning them all. So yeah, right, let's just see about stamping a bit of sheet music. This is not really looking like anything so far. It's kind of on those little slots that, you know, it's just lost on there. You can't even see that it's anything. It just looks like nothing at the moment. Right. Well, this is not going very well, is it? Let me just see whether I've got anything else. I'm thinking actually I'm going to use a, I mean, I use things like corner stamps all the time, so I know it's really boring, but you know, again, that's just something that I find really works for me. You know, which I know I've said this before, but you know, when you kind of really like the look of something, then I don't really see any kind of harm in doing the things that you really like the look of. So, I mean, I love a swirly stamp, I love a damask, I love a flourish, you know, I love a corner stamp. So, you know, that's going to enable me to like the finished piece, if you see what I mean. So at the end of the day, I'd rather be boring and like the finished piece than sometimes when I've thought, oh, I must do something different, and then actually I can't stand looking at it because I think, oh, what was I thinking? Why did I use that? It's kind of better to go with what you actually do like, isn't it? Than kind of think, oh, I must do something outside the norm, and then actually just, you know, spend the rest of the time just thinking, why did I do that? That looks hideous, you know, and you're never going to feel happy with it then. Right, okay. So, yeah, we've got the slot pocket there. Now, again, we could have this kind of poking out. And obviously, because I've got the gold stamping, not gold, sorry, the black stamping now, this is now, you know, not looking quite so out of place. It's got a sort of better chance of fitting in now. So, yeah, let's put that down here. Like that. Okay. And then just going to put this down. Okay. Like that. Okay, right. Now, this isn't particularly necessarily central on here. I don't necessarily want it, you know, smack bang in the middle. You know, it's fine. It's slightly more over to one side, but I don't mind that. So, you know, again, just kind of decide how you want it to be. And, you know, don't kind of think it has to be central or anything like that, because it really doesn't, you know. I'm just wondering about these cute little flowers. Wonder if I need a bit more, you know, something else with some more black to tie the black in. Otherwise, do we just have like black on there with no other black that then just looks like, oh, that's a bit out of place. So perhaps we'll have a bit of black text there. You know, I'm even thinking, why didn't we put some behind the pockets? But that might have just looked really strange. Who knows? Right, so I think maybe here, maybe that flower's a bit much. I thought, oh, let's mix it up. Let's mix it up and have a bit of the yellow. Oh, mainly because I thought, well, perhaps that would look a bit like the text, which is a sort of goldy type shade. But to be honest, I'm not sure it did look goldy on there. I think it just perhaps looked a bit strange, a bit rubbish. Okay. Right. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? So, yeah, let's just go for this. Okay. Like that. Okay, now are we having this? Oh, yeah, right, okay. So I'm just going to glue this on here. Again, just using my hot glue. Then I can have it a little bit sort of lumpy and raised. Over there to the side, like that, just press it slightly. This is going to go like that. Again, just kind of hanging off a bit more, you know, sideways, I think. So let's just pop some glue. I like to just put the glue on those flowers because that's a sort of solidy part. Okay. Now I'm wondering if we could have a bow or something on here. What do we think? haven't really got enough here to do a bow, which is a bit annoying. So, and I haven't got my little wooden thingamajiggy. So I'm just going to see if I can tie a bow with what's left here. I mean, as I say, I've not really left kind of quite enough, but well, there's enough there when the bow's done, if you see what I mean. But actually doing the bow, I'm a little bit pushed for not very much ribbon. Oops, come on. Okay. Oh, come on, pull this through. There we go. Oh, how pretty does that look? I love that. So, yeah, let's just glue that down over there to the side. Really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay. Oh, this has been a very pink day, hasn't it? Yeah. And then I'm just going to do that sort of dovetail ends here to the ribbon. Oops, come on. Like that. Oh, that looks so scrumptious. Again, I've got those pink pearls, so I'm just going to see if I want any of those anywhere. You know, again, even just either end of this little thingamajiggly. Or, you know, could have like a little row of them somewhere. Like maybe just a little kind of cluster of a couple. Or let's try the other side. Yeah, let's have kind of 3 running down this side. So a little bit of glue. If I'm doing 3, I try and put the middle one and then do the other 2, because I feel like that gives me the best chance to get them. And actually, to be honest, now I'm thinking about it, I think actually the better way to do it would be to do either side and then put the middle one in. You know, so that you try and get them sort of evenly spaced. Yeah, I actually think probably, you know, do kind of the 2 outer ones and then put the middle one in might be better. So that's that one. I'm just wondering now, just one last thing, whether I could just have a little butterfly on here. So let me just take this. Again, I'd be better off with the half size, but these are the ones that I've just happened to have. So let's just go for these. Okay. And again, these are just those stamped images set from my shop. So yeah. Okay. Oops. It's got a little pointy bit there. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm just going to finish it off by having that little butterfly. Oh, sorry. Everything's now dropping down. Oh, honestly, my desk's so crazy. Right. Okay. So that's our 2 slot pockets that we've done so far. We're up to 33 minutes. Now I just have to look at the time because I have got an appointment shortly. Where's the time? It's okay actually, but I have got an appointment coming up, so I just need to be a bit mindful of that, because you know, I will need to quickly finish and then go and kind of prepare a couple of things for that. So yeah, I must try and bear that in mind. Right, it's very easy when you get carried away and you get stuck into your crafting. You know, it's easy to forget, isn't it? And you know, miss appointments and things like that. So yeah, I must not miss my appointment. Okay, so we've got this one now. Ooh, again, just having a look to see. I've got that speckled egg. Oh, actually, pretty sure I've got another gorgeous colour. I've got that salvage patina. I wonder if that's going to be a good colour or not. Not sure whether it's going to be or not, but let's have a look. Just going to pull in another pad, ink pad. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to try it on this side first. So my pad's got some other colours going on, so I'll just quickly dab those off a bit. Oh dear. Okay, because I don't especially want the pink and the lilac coming off. I want to try and keep it bluey green. Right, okay. Let's quickly shut this. Because again, I'd forgotten to do that. And actually, I have got those buff coloured ones, so I'm just going to check which one it looks better on. So that's the white. Oh, I can't help but quite love it on the buff colour, actually. So I might have to do a U-turn. Let me just see how this colour looks on the buff. Pretty good, doesn't it? Yeah. So let's go around that. Okay. So this is salvaged patina, this, and I saw it on somebody's channel. I can't think who I saw it on. Ah, I've remembered. It was Antonio Makes. If you haven't checked out Antonio Makes, he's got a lovely channel and does some really, really nice projects. He's very talented and, you know, very creative. He comes out with absolutely gorgeous things. So, yeah, check out his channel. I will, again, I'm always saying this lately, I will try and remember to link him below. I'm absolutely rubbish at remembering to do things like that. So if I don't, which there is a high possibility I won't remember, please just nudge me, because I can always link him, you know, retrospectively. But yeah, he's got a brilliant channel, and I've watched several of his videos where he does some really, really pretty things. So yeah, head over and check out his channel. But he was the person I first saw using the salvage patina, and I just thought, oh my goodness, what an awesome colour that is. So of course had to quickly nip off to Amazon and just buy some, because I just loved it so much. And to be honest, I don't that often, you know, literally buy a colour like that as soon as I see it. But it was so gorgeous that I thought, oh, I can't not buy it. It just looked so, so pretty. So yeah, do check out his channel, and you know, hey, you might even want to buy some salvage patina if you see him using it. I can't remember what he used it on, but it was something, you know, again, that turned out just absolutely scrumptious. So yeah, I can't think. I think it was something peacocks on. I think it was several weeks ago now. So and obviously I'm filming this ahead, so actually by the time that this goes out, it will be many weeks back. But yeah, it was very lovely, whatever it was he was making. I can remember thinking, oh, lovely, you know. Pretty sure I commented. I hope I did. But again, sometimes we mean to comment and then it's not necessarily kind of at a point where we can. I tend to watch my YouTube when I'm at the gym in the morning. So, of course, I'm like on equipment, so I can't necessarily comment because my hands aren't free. So it's just a case of when I get home, do I remember then to go back and comment? And, you know, I've got to be truthful. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But yeah, I do always mean to, but it's just whether or not I end up remembering. Right, I'm going to go in, I think, with some more of the black corners, because I just really love how they look. I mean, they just finish something off so perfectly, don't they? You know, something that otherwise looks quite plain. They just finish it off just in a beautiful way. So, yeah, let's put that like that. Okey-doke. And here. Okay. Now, I've also got this tiny postcard stamp, so I'm going to just stamp a little bit of this across here, hoping that some of this text is going to pick up a little bit more than that script, the sheet music did on the other one, because obviously these are pretty tiny. Don't think it really is having the desired effect, it's got to be said. Yeah, it's not really looking like anything at the moment. Oh well, never mind, it's fine. you know, it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Right, wondering whether to go around the edge of my slot pocket, actually, with black. Because if I'm going for a sort of black and bluey green, then let's just emphasise that by just going round with my black stays on. Yep. Just to make it stand out a bit. And now I'm thinking, oh, I'd best do that around the whole of the piece, actually. Okay. Now thinking I need to, you know, continuity, do it on this piece as well. So, yeah. Just do it on there as well. Okay, right. Let's bring it back in. So we have got this little black and goldy kind of piece there. We're going to have a bit of lace down here and this kind of to the side. Oops. Now weirdly, I'm actually thinking some flowers would look really good on here. Oh, again, I've just dragged in that same gold flower that I tried just now. Yeah, it's not really looking any better on this. I don't know quite why I keep on pulling it in, but I'm obviously hoping it's going to suddenly work. So let me just get another one. If one doesn't work, let's try two. See if kind of two make all the difference. Well, I know it sounds weird, but it kind of does make a difference, actually. Yeah, it sort of does. Right, let me have a look at this. Okay. Oh, that looks lovely. Absolutely lovely. Right, let me just pop this down. Okay. Oops, like that. Okay, we're going to pop this one down. So again, just kind of around the three edges. Like that. Yeah, I mean, I think just by mounting them like this, it just builds them up that fraction that, you know, I felt that they needed. And I'm not saying that they definitely did need it. Just for me, I kind of thought, oh, they're quite small. I'm going to struggle to use them. And just by building them up a little bit, it's kind of making them, you know, just kind of pop out a little bit more. And, you know, I feel then that they're a little bit more usable than they sort of seemed to be at first. But, you know, that might just be me. I mean, maybe nobody else really thinks that they are tiny in the first place. You know, and that's absolutely fine, isn't it? Because we all like things done differently and, you know, kind of things working differently. So, yeah, that's all fine. Right, not that, but I have got a couple of labels here, which weirdly, this is just kind of in that goldy colour of those flowers. So I just wonder if we have one of these, whether it's going to kind of like bring that goldy colour in. So let's just try that. Okay. Oops, come on. Oh, I can't even see whether it's up the right way now. Oh, honestly, my eyesight, what's going on? Oh, I think it's upside down. Right, it's not now. It's up the right way now. Oh my gosh, not now because I'm flicking it around, but hey, it was up the right way. Right, okay, let's get this one down. Going to tuck it in a bit further because it was a bit much of that, I think, first. So yeah, going to have that like that. Put the lace down here kind of at a bit of an angle. Going to pop this one down here. Like that. Okay. Then this here, just gonna see. To be fair, do you know, could even slot that on here. I'm not sure whether that would be too big. Just kind of looking, I think that would overhang one of those slots, but that's such a shame because how cool does that look? Unless I have it on the top one and actually have the top one not as a pocket, if you see what I mean. That might look quite cool, mightn't it? Okay, yep, still going. I'm still thinking it needs something else. Let me pull in a butterfly again because, or she's going to be too big, isn't she? Is she? Let's just cut her out for a moment. Oh gosh, she's not the best thing to cut out, is she? Oh dear. Oh, hope for the best. Just going to tear her across here at the bottom. I think she'd look better torn. Is everything glued down on here? I can't remember now. I think it is. Oops. I think that's quite nice, to be honest. Right, I'm just going to see again if I want a butterfly. Let's pop this in. Oops, okay. Yeah, I quite like that. So what I'm going to do, in order to put this on here, I'm going to run some glue, oops, here, so that this top slot is also closed. So you've got no top pocket at all, like that, okay? And then I can glue this one. Oh gosh, let me check whether I'm gluing it up the right way. Oh, come on. Okay, glue this one here, like that. Okay, let's just tear her down a bit more because she's quite tall at the moment. Okay. Do I want everything? No, definitely no. Again, sometimes just looking through the lens of the camera is like looking down rather than, you know, like sideways on. And it just gives you a bit of a better perspective sometimes. And you think, oh, no. You know, even though previously you might have been thinking, oh, yeah. But no, looking down is like a completely different experience. Oh, looking down now. Do you know this looks like a giraffe? I know, that's how bad my eyesight's obviously getting. I'm now thinking that looks like a giraffe. Probably doesn't look anything like a giraffe to anybody else, but it does look a bit like one to me. Right, I'm going to just finish it off like this. Okay. Oh, I love how that looks. Okay, so I don't think we've done too badly, actually. I was getting a bit worried that I was going to be my usual slow coach self and we would only actually get 2 done, but we've managed to do 3, so not too bad. So this is our slot pockets, the Tim Holtz slot pockets with a twist. So just kind of doing the Tim Holtz slot pockets, kind of making them bigger. You know, I mean, obviously you can't make them bigger, but, you know, making a bit more of them so they appear bigger on your page. And just to kind of demonstrate, obviously I haven't really got anything to put in them at the moment, but I'll just pull something in. You've got then a pocket here, slot, 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 and then like on this one, a side pocket as well. So I hope that you like them and maybe it's inspired you to get yours out if you have a set or maybe some of your other stash. And yeah, I hope that you all have fun and see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching and I will see you guys soon. Thanks then. Bye.